Hello, everyone. Yeah, let me turn this down here. Don't ask me why. I'm cat sitting. And he does that for some reason. Let me turn the portal down here. What's your issue? What's your issue? Huh? So I'm cat sitting, and my honey girl's not happy. She's not a people person or another animal person. But I'm cat sitting for a friend of mine, and they're pretty good kitties. Mine just don't know how to cat. She's just a different kitty. Anyway, so if you hear a loud "rawr," he does that for no reason at all, like a Siamese. I don't know. Anyway, it's 3:21 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I got up, ran the portal, and I was going to get back to the review that I was telling you about. My DR-32, DR-84. DR-84 is in. We got the H4N Pro, and I found What's your issue? Huh? What's your issue? Hopefully a couple days will be back to the owner. Anyway, I said I'd find the frequency response and the hertz and all that. This is a great review. So I encourage you to go to higgypop.com and you'll find this article. Now I'll pin this in the description of the video here. But believe it or not, the DR-60 doesn't come with specs. You get the manual, but you have no specs. They don't give you the specs. So these guys did some testing. Okay. But I'll pin this in the comments. I suggest you read that. Now again, this is a review. Everybody has their different opinions. But I also agree with Dave Schrader from Darkness Radio and KD Stafford. I watched their live the other day. And Jay Schrader and KD Stafford had a good opinion. He said the DR-60 would work for him, but when somebody else used it, they never really got anything. It's all in the beholder of the user, kind of speak. It whatever wants to communicate through the device with the person that wants to. I kind of agree with that theory. I know my niece Stephanie; she'll work the rods, and they work for her, but they don't work for me all that much. My nephew Ryan, her brother, same thing. They work for him really well, as documented in our videos down at Gore Orphanage, Swift Manor. So the dowsing rods works for my nephew and niece, but not really for me. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but those in the paranormal who investigate and experiment, experimentation and investigation, I think you know what I'm talking about because I bet you ran into that too. But I did a little review of the DR-32. Here's a DR-84, and also this legendary recorder, which is our standard. I've had this thing, I don't know, 20 years. I can get it to focus here. Anyway, it's an ICD PX820. ICD PX820. It's a Sony. This thing has been through the trenches, let me tell you. And this is the one that pulls out all these EVPs that we catch. I mean, we don't catch a ton, but what we do catch, I've documented, and it's definitely caught the unexplained. The Sony ICD PX820. ICD PX820. And in the paranormal field, a lot of people talk about how this recorder, it's very sensitive. Whispers and everything you'll catch. And if you plug in a set of headphones, it'll amplify what you're recording in real time. So you can listen to what you're recording to. And it's amplified. Now, I'll try that with the DR-32 and the DR-84. Here's the DR-84 Radio Shack. It's kind of late, people, so it's 3:30 in the morning. Let's see here. Might get you a focus or not. Probably not. DR-84, 32 minutes. Now, what I found interesting, like I stated, I'll pin this in the description. A great review. Pros and cons of the legendary DR-60. I mean, they even do a waveform or spectrograph analysis. And that's the way we need to be in this field, right? Everything isn't a ghost. Everything isn't paranormal. We need to put the theories to the test. We really do. Instead of saying, oh, that's a ghost. Oh, that's a ghost. That's a spirit. Because we really don't know. I mean, we've had some personal experiences, there's no doubt, and they are real, both good and evil. But everything we catch, you know, it's not a ghost. 80% can be debunked. You're left with roughly 20%. And that's the unexplained. That cat's a trip. Anyway, hope you don't mind that the harmonic error in the background. But I'm going to do a quick review of the DR-84. Let's hit play, record, see what happens. Hello, this is Tim from North Central Ohio Paranormal testing the Vox. It should only activate when it hears a voice. I'll take a pause. You can see it pause when I talk. It starts recording. You see the timer. It's pretty responsive, actually. And excuse the dust. They're remodeling in here. My bathroom's tore apart. The back room's just totally tore apart. And as you can see, it stopped recorded. Now when I talk, it records. It stops. It records when I talk. Now you're going to miss a few. You see how you miss a few syllables? That's also on the DR-60. The same thing will happen. Let's hit stop. Let's hit play. See what we got. Whoop. Stop, play. Oop, I gotta go back. Play this file.
This is Tim from North Central Ohio Paranormal testing the box. It can only activate when it hears a voice. Take a pause. When I talk, it starts recording. You see the timer. Pretty responsive, actually. And excuse the dust, they're remodeling in here. My bathroom's tore apart. The back room is totally tore apart. Stop recording. Now when I talk, it records. When I talk, now you're going to miss a few. See how you miss a few syllables? Also on the DR-60, the same thing will happen. Let's hit stop, play, see what we got.
Now check that out, people. This is the DR-84. It worked exactly like the DR-60. You saw it, I showed you. It recorded everything straight through. The pause did not record. And then when it heard noise or syllables or voices or words, it started recording. That I'm impressed with on this DR-84. Now let's go to the DR-60 again. Again, you got to be in the environment, right? Let me turn this bad boy on. It's hard to do everything one-handed. Let's see here. Let's see here. On, off. Hard to do everything one-handed here. Okay, I got it. And I have this on voice-operated transmit or Vox as well. Now this is the DR-32. Let's give this a shot again. Hello, this is Tim from North Central Ohio Paranormal, testing the Vox. Oh, you know what? The Vox ain't on here. Hold on. Play back.
Hello, this is Tim from North Central Ohio Paranormal, testing box. Oh, you know what? The box ain't on here. Hold on.
Let's see. Let me go to mode. Yeah, Vox off. Turn that on. And press menu or mode. Vox is on, mode. Okay, let's try that again. Let's erase that. Okay, now, I think I got the Vox on here. There's that cat again. That's crazy, ain't it? Hello? 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 This is Tim from North Central Ohio Paranormal, testing the Vox on the DR-32. The Vox will be steady, the icon while I talk. When I stop talking, it should blink. When I start talking again, it should go steady like now, so it's recording. Now, this is a little bit slower than the DR-84. It's workable, though. I'll tell you what, the DR-84, I'm impressed. You saw how quick that Vox kicked in, and then when you didn't talk, it didn't record, just like the DR-60. So let me stop talking. So there's a slight delay. It's pretty good response when you start talking, but let's see how many seconds after I stop talking, the Vox, and it's still recording before it goes to where it's not recording. So there's a couple second delay there. Then it kicked right in that time. I guess that's how you learn the use the recorder, right? There's so much drywall dust in here. It isn't funny. So let's stop this recording and play it back.
Hello? 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 This is Tim from North Central Ohio Paranormal, testing the box on the DR-32. The box will be steady, the icon while I talk. When I stop talking, it should blink. Talking again, it should go steady like now, so it's recording. Now this is a little bit slower than a DR-84. It's workable though. I'll tell you what, the DR-84, I'm impressed. You saw how quick that box kicked in, and then when you didn't talk, it didn't record just like the DR-60. So let me stop talking. There's a slight delay. It's pretty good response when you start talking, but let's see how many seconds after I stop talking, the box, and it's still recording before it goes to what's not recording. Full second delay there. Then it kicked right in that time. I guess that's how you learn to use the recorder, right? There's so much drywall dust in here. It's funny. Stop this recording.
Now you see that? So it all depends where you hold the recorder. Keep in mind, I got this recorder in front of the camera, and I'm talking behind the camera, so I'm actually masking the audio. It's not going direct into the microphone because I'm talking into the camera. So, but I'll tell you what, pretty impressed with both of these. This one is really cool, DR-84. I like it. DR-32, not bad at all. I'd use both, and I will use both. The Sony, I think the batteries are dead in here. Well, maybe they got a little bit before it goes dead. Yeah, I need batteries. But the Sony ICD PX820, legendary recorder for EVP. Great recorder. That's where we've caught all our evidence with. And now we're going to go to the DR-32, DR-84, and the ICD PX820, but also we use the Zoom H4n Pro with dual mic with XLR hookups for external mics. Them are XLR. And you plug them in, and you got two external mics. Let's see if I can turn this thing on. It's always hard to do this on camera. Okay, she's booting up. I took the card out of this. We were on an investigation. Oh, no, wait a minute. I got the card where I was reviewing the evidence from the bridge. So, my bad. The card's in the any other USB external card reader where I posted the audio from that thing. Whatever fell. Large tree, two big thumps on a tree. The thing fell over and into the water or river there, and it was way to our left, way over the drop-off. We couldn't see it, but I captured it on audio, and that's on this channel. But this is the H4n Pro. You got to learn to use this thing. I still don't know everything, but I've got it set way better than I had when I started with it. It's really sensitive now, and it's a good recorder, definitely. You know, USB, everything's in here. Extra microphone, headsets, mic 1 and 2, 2 mics, 3 mics, 4 mics. I mean, you can have them all going if I put external mics in here. So this is a nice piece of gear right here. So let me shut this thing down. And again, it's hard to do with the phone. And she boots right off. Now when you got a card in there, it'll take a second or two longer to boot up. But I'm going to pin this review. And again, it's a review. People will disagree. But I'll tell you what, I've done this for 20 some years, and it's the first time I've used these two recorders, and this one, but these two, going old school technology, the frequency response rate, the hertz. And again, with the DR-60, you do not get a spec sheet. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Let's see here. With the DR-84, they give you a spec sheet. Not a whole lot of info, but they do give it to you. That's probably hard to read here. Frequency range 420 hertz to 1600 hertz at -6 dB or decibel. It's a 28 millimeter speaker, 100 milliwatts for the battery. That really don't apply to what we're interested in. This does. Frequency range. Now in the review, it's going to give you everything that they found on the frequency range. And they put it through the test on sound software like I do, or us paranormal investigators do when we review evidence.